project. As most of you guys know, I'm the huge comic book geek. I make no secret to hide that. And we had a big comic event happen here a couple weeks ago. Iron Man 2 came out in theaters. It was great fun, went to the midnight show. But as I was watching the movie, something kind of just didn't sit right with me the whole time I was watching it. And if you've ever talked to any of the women that I've dated, every time I have an emotion or a feeling or something like that, it takes me about 3 weeks to process that. So now I'm caught up on the 3 weeks, and I've just been kind of sitting with this wondering, why did this movie kind of bother me in a lot of ways? And I think one of the reasons is about 8 years ago, I went through something that just kind of shattered me. It really just kind of broke my life apart, and I didn't know how to pick myself up from that. So, I was looking in the comics and stuff, because that was my go-to thing to try to, that's my comfort blanket. And I was looking at all the heroes out there, and, it seemed like they all fit into one of two categories. There was either the normal guy who had to protect himself by building this indestructible suit, like Batman or the Punisher, or they fit in the other category where they were just completely invulnerable and nothing could hurt them at all, like Superman or the Hulk. So I think on some subconscious level, I tried to become like this. I hit the gym as hard as I possibly could, started drinking all the nasty protein supplements and stuff like that, and put on about 40 to 45 pounds of pretty solid muscle. And I think what I was trying to do was somehow build like a flesh armor around me so that nothing could penetrate it and get through this, because I wasn't ready to handle it again. There was no way I was strong enough for that. So I also developed a pretty intense rage issue that I actually have to be heavily medicated to keep under control. I found a new way of cutting that I got into for a while, and just doing all these wrong things trying to deal with what was going on. Well, I finally started to get life under control, and guess what? A few months ago, life jumped up and stomped on me again, as life often does. So I started looking at this, and I didn't want to go back to the way that I was, because it wasn't working. But I was just sitting there, and my heart was broken. And fortunately, it broke open wide enough that I was able to look inside of it. And that was the one place that I had never looked before, was inside me. And I found it was okay. So I decided that if I wanted to be a superhero, I was going to be a hero for happiness. I was going to be the person who was happy all the time for no reason whatsoever. And you can do this too. It's not, well, I'm not going to say it's not that hard. It actually is quite hard, but you can still do it. Life is going to change from moment to moment. Your feelings are going to change from moment to moment. But just please understand that beneath all that change is the simple perfection of your life unfolding just the way that it has to be. Be happy. You can do it. Make the choice. It's right there in front of you. Take off your mask. Remove your armor. And know that you are perfect just the way you are.